you've ever purchased internet marketing products and felt frustrated with lack of results or lack of yourself taking action, here's a little story I shared recently at our Bestseller Summit. It's Alice Seba here from Publish for Prosperity, and I hope you enjoy this story and find it useful in getting more results from the money you spend on internet marketing products. Do that. And I want to give you maybe a little story before you guys can take off when you need to, but I'll share the story anyways. It's something I really learned about being a good student, and maybe I was 46 when I really learned it, but I don't like speaking. And you guys, I know I obviously say a lot of things that are useful to you, and sometimes I trip on my words and then I'm like, what the heck did I say? And you guys hear that sometimes too, but I've come a long way. And I'm much more comfortable than I used to be, and it was something that I had to work on. And I thought, well, how am I going to improve my speaking skills? I'm like, I'd heard about that Toastmasters and stuff like that. And I'm like, that sounds boring. I don't want to learn how to make speeches or do that kind of stuff in front of people. So a few years ago, I decided I would do a stand-up comedy class instead, because I love laughing. I love to make people laugh. I thought, and I have to, the end of the class, you actually do a 5-minute set in front of an audience. And I thought that's a much more practical way for me to do it. And I took this class, and it's 5-minute set, was maybe about 10 or 15 jokes, if I remember correctly. And you would think maybe putting together, that many jokes is not, it's so much work. And there's a process to it as well. And sometimes my teacher would tell us to do something, or she'd give us certain writing prompts and homework, and you're like, that sounds dumb. But I decided, no, I'm just going to do every single thing she says. I'm going to do it. And I did it. And there were about 15 people who registered for that class. I would say maybe 8 made it to the end of the classes, and only 4 of us went on stage. And the only reason I could go on stage wasn't because I was comfortable with being on stage. I wasn't. It was because I did my homework. I prepared, and I did what I needed to do. And my stand-up routine was not perfect. There were a few good jokes in there, and I did make people laugh. And one of the things actually that she told us, was invite as many people as possible to the live show. Because she said, this is going to be your easiest audience ever, right? It's going to be your friends and family, and they're going to laugh, and they're going to really enjoy seeing you. So out of all I don't have a lot of family here. I would say I'm not like super social. I think there's people who have a lot more friends, local friends, than I do. But she said to do this. So I invited people, and I had about 30 people in the audience, which is more than other people did. I think, my people were probably about a quarter of the people in the room. And that was great advice from her, and it made everything easier. Everybody's laughing, people making no heckling, making funny comments as I'm talking. So just listen to your teachers and do what they tell you to do. Because if you want to do better, you've spent this money. I trusted that stand-up teacher as a professional and a good, I paid her for a reason. So I'm going to listen to her. I'm going to do everything she says. So do the same. A lot of you guys have invested a lot of money. So trust those teachers. Do it, even if you don't want to, or you think it's weird, or it doesn't make sense. And sometimes you'll learn through the process. Maybe something doesn't work as well as you'd hope, but you don't learn that until you do it, and then you can perfect it. So I hope that. Sorry. And hey, if you need more kind of mindset tricks for yourself, or ones that you can share with your clients, make sure to join us in our Facebook group. It's at publishprosper.com/group. Happy to connect with you there and talk some more.